wicked. Now, the second one I want to talk about, I wrote it out there. I said, a dead man got a job for his son. A dead man. How bizarre is that? Yeah, you look at me and say, wow, it's bizarre, isn't it? The word itself is like that. But how did this happen? Yeah. I saw this thing somebody sent to me, and I said, let's share it together. There was somebody 2 weeks ago that, is a politician in Nigeria. So he was just, telling me about a friend he brought into politics, and he helped out throughout when it was coming up. Now, the friend is not getting so much in politics now. The friend is up there because the friend went to the governor of that state to destroy him, to malign him, to defame him. We are friends, and I brought you to where níbi tí mo ti ń jẹun. O de mú ọwọ́ mi, o yọ ọwọ́ mi kúrò láwo. He removed his friend totally from that arena. And the friend is now like a beggar. Now, I was still to talk about that case because the man was even ready to come out and talk and say life. But be careful of friends. Don't take them to where you are making money. Some are very wicked that once you show them the way, they will destroy you too. They will even cut you off totally from where you're being fed. Now, when that man told me about that thing, I've been busy for 2 weeks now, so I've not been able to come out to talk about it. That be careful of friends. Be careful. Be careful of friends. Now, I now saw this one that they said, a dead father got his son a job. How did this happen? This man just wrote it out that he boarded. This is another story that I saw online, and somebody, he said, I boarded a bus last week to go get few things from the market. And an interesting conversation broke out on the bus. When you enter bus, you know what this bole kaja, when you're in the bus, people will start talking and, So this man heard two people talking. Let me just paraphrase it and just say it the way it is so that we don't go, it's a long story. So they said this man said he was in a bus and he overheard two people talking, and he heard a man saying to the person sitting beside him saying that, do you know, somebody told me that his dead dad got him a job. And that conversation now arose something in him that, how can somebody who is dead get you a job? It happens that this young man graduated for about 6-7 years without any job. He's been looking for, the way Lagos is, he's been looking for job. He came out with second class lower. So he's been looking for jobs everywhere in Lagos without being successful in job hunting. Now, he said the man now went into, and it's been going from one interview to another, one interview to another. And in Nigeria, is who you know. If you don't know anybody, but even if you studied Yoruba in the university, and they will call you to come and become chairman of a big bank, you'll be MD of a bank, even with your Yoruba certificates. So it's who you know in Nigeria, not what you can, do. What the qualities you have. So if you don't know somebody, you might just be out there with your certificate, carrying it up and down like, laminate here, you will not get anything. Now, this guy, they said he was looking for a job and all that. And then he went, there was an advert, and he said, let me try. An oil company. And he said, let me try. I know I could not go get them, but at least let me just go and try my best, as usual. They said when this guy got there, he went to borrow the suit goni, because I remember that time when I was in Lagos, I used to go to Yaba Goni. I was a customer of Yaba. So, maybe that guy went to Yaba to buy the suit. So the guy went to the interview. When he got to the venue, he saw people sitting down. You know, when you go into a place and you're like, I can't get this job, go check me. Is it the dressing? You understand? Because to that kind of a place, a multinational company like that, you know, you're expected to have a high grade of dressing, and then the certificate you want to bring in, your credentials, let's see what you have. He said when he got there, there were about 70 people sitting down there, and it was like, when he got there, in fact, Otutu Kokomu, he said he could not stand well because he knew that, no, forget about it. And then while sitting down there, people were talking about where they graduated from. Some said from the US, some from Oxford University, Cambridge, and you know, all these big universities abroad. Some with masters, and you know, most of them, Antimidele. So most of them, you know, they were just gisting while sitting down, still waiting for the interviewers to start calling them in. And then he said he had lost hope, really. So he was just sitting down. Let me just try. Not be today, now every time, so that they won't say I've not been trying my best to get myself something to doing. So they said they called him in. They've been calling people in and in and in, and when he got to his turn, he went in with his certificate, 2nd class, lower, whatever he studied, I don't know. So he went in and sat down, and immediately he said he knew he wouldn't get the job anyway. So the interviewer now started asking questions. You know, there were many there, and the main man there, I think the MD or the chairman, now looked straight into his eyes because of the name on that paper and said, "Who is your father? Tani Babatie. Tani Yatie, you that you are watching me. I know where we are going with the story. Who is your father?" And the man said, my father is late. My father is late. He died about 10 years ago, before I even graduated. So I struggled, you know, all through my university days and all that. My father is ABCZ. My father is Tinumbu. My father is Awolowo. My father, you know, he mentioned his father's name. The man went further. What was your dad doing before he died? He said, oh, my father worked, did this so place, you know, and all that. And the man now said, okay, don't worry. That's it. We'll get back to you at the right time. We'll get back to everyone. The guy said, he knew that. No more job again, as usual. Because the questions were not even relevant to why he was there. You understand? When you come into it, you're coming for an interview and they're asking you about your, you know, normally they'll ask you, tell us about yourself. And you tell, we do it here. But you tell about yourself, you can tell everything about yourself, which includes your skills, you know, whatever your transferable knowledge you're bringing into the company and all that. But this was not it. All this was just about his father. And he said he left there, carried his bag as usual, and left and went home, hoping that it is an hopeless situation, just like the normal one. Folani, thank you so much for giving us stars. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much as you give us stars. Anytime you watch our program, please give us stars. God bless you. So the man said, when he got that, he just concluded that he was not going to get the job, because that was the question was not relevant, and that means they don't really want him. They just didn't want him to just go like that. So he said he left and just lost hope totally. He said 2 weeks later, he just got a text to check his email, and then he went into his email. Alas, he was offered the job. He was offered the job with big salary. Not only that, with a car and an apartment to go with it. He said, it was like, what? He got the job? For what? So the guy said he was just thanking God. This is a miracle. This must have been a miracle. It's a miracle working God. It's a miracle working God. It's a Alpha and Omega. It's a miracle working God. He will have thought maybe it was one of those wristband that Omo Babawa Adeboye said he was selling to redeem members when he made his first millions. One of those funny things. Anyways, so the guy said it was like It was a big miracle because he didn't do anything there. So he said he resumed as usual when they said he should resume. Ọmọ mi náà ti lọ bá fọ, ó ti lọ sí Yaba, wá lọ kó àwọn aṣọ yẹn dáadáa, àwọn tó ní starch tó dúró dáadáa. Now he resumed to the office, the normal place, and then he said a week after that, the chairman came into the office and called him in and said, Mr. Williams or Mr. whatever you are, let's use Mr. Williams. Hello, Mr. Williams. Yeah. Do you know why you got the job? And the guy said, that he doesn't understand that it was just that he believes God has a way of doing things. The man said, your dead father got you the job. And that is where the title is coming from. Your dead father got you the job. The guy looked around and said, my dead father came alive to tell you to give me job. And he was like, yes, it's good to be good. Your father helped me when I was dying. If not for your father, I will not be alive to be this rich man that will employ you. He said there was a time he was dying and this man had nothing as much as he could. He had little, but still saved him by paying for his hospital bill when there was nobody as at that time to help. He said he has been looking for a way to pay this man back when he became who he is. But he doesn't even know where the man is because the man doesn't even know him. He said, now, I'm now seeing his son coming to look for a job in my company. He said that was why you got the job. Your father, your dead father, got you the job. So many of us, it's a lesson, a big lesson, because I read it and I was shaking. How many of you can hold on to your chest and say when you die, your children will get favors from people? How many of you that what you're doing now will not be something that will affect your children in future? Some of us are online to destroy others, to defame people. Some of you are in businesses, you want to just kill the other party. And that was why I now related this case to what that man told me 2 weeks ago. What his friend did to him. Are you a friend like that? That anywhere they take you to, are you a friend like that? Are you a sister that wants to destroy her own sister in her husband's home? Are you a brother that you are so jealous of your brother that whatever they tell you to do to even kill him, what will people say about you when you are gone? What will people say about you when you are no more? So that by the time that is why I always say anything I do in life, I think about children. Unless if you don't have any. Abiyamo ki sheka. Abiyamo ki bate yonje. Abiyamo ki fayon sile. Nítorí ọjọ́ iwájú àwọn ọmọ tí yín náà. Remember, one day, it can be that man, it can be that woman that you are trying to destroy that will be the only savior of your own child. That will be there to help that child of yours to his destiny. But if you are done so bad to that person, and the person sees that child of yours and say, show my God, Kenny, and to forgive me, boy, nibata wa ni bishe. Oh mo babe. Samanja ni babe, buru to jẹ́ pé lagata ni babe, ma buru o. O ma man ba teyan jẹ́ ni bishe ni o. Kani baba ọmọ yẹn ò ṣe dáadáa ni, he might not get that job. Jẹ́ kí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ kó máa ṣàdúrà fáwọn ọmọ ẹ lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la. That when you are sleeping up there, when you are resting, when the Lord has taken you, you are sure of the work you have done. Wani, how many of us can gbàdúrà pé iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi kó dá mi láre? Kí iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ mi kó dá mi láre. How many of you can do it? can say it. Ìwọ tó bá bà tèèyàn jẹ́, ọjọ́ alẹ́ ò lè dá, tàwọn ọmọ ẹ ò lè dá. Ìwọ tó bá ń tún tèèyàn ṣe, ọjọ́ alẹ́ á dá, tàwọn ọmọ ẹ á dá. And I do sing it pé ẹni tí ọmọ Ádámọ̀ ń ṣàdúrà fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ni ó máa, ẹni tó bá ń ṣe rere láyé, tí ọmọ Ádámọ̀ bá ń ṣépè fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ á ṣàdúrà fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ á ṣàdúrà fún. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tó bá ń ṣèkà láyé, tọ́mọ Ádámọ̀ bá ń ṣàdúrà fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló máa ṣépè fún, iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ló máa ṣépè fún. Let's do things that will benefit our children in future. Let's think about their future. It's not for us to amount all the wealth in the world now, and then the future of our children are not guaranteed because of the works of your hands, what you have done in life. Adenike Salami, God bless you, ma. God bless you for giving us stars. Let's think about our children. It doesn't cost us anything. If I don't have anything now, if I'm poor as church rats, and I know I put in my best to humanity, I know I would never destroy anybody's own to make my own in life. No. Life is guaranteed for my children. That I know. Because me only shake a formula kejimi. The moment we start practicing that, yes, that man secured a job, a dead man secured a job for his own children, for his own son, because he has done well while he was alive. God bless you, ma. Eshigoni, Adenike Salami, Olorun aponile. God bless you, ma, for giving us stars. Your stars will never worry.